Hey guys, before I start, I want to thank you so much for some of the kind words you've been sending me about my health issues and stuff like that, and your patience. And we're going to start off with a story. I'm going to go back from when I was a kid. I was young. I just got out of the military. And I met this girl. I broke up with my old girl, and I met this girl named Louise. And I'm going to talk about her because her story and my story was mixed together. We went out, we were in love, and it starts like that, but it gets very complicated. So I met her, and we went out. Everything was great. And I met her family. Her father's name was Louis. He was a knockaround guy, street guy, not a made guy. He was friendly, really friendly with the gallows, and used to work down the piers. Real good guy, good family. She had a couple of brothers. One was one of these computer tech guys, really, really smart. Actually, two of them were like that. And she had another brother named Johnny Boy, real tough street kid. And we got along great. After a while, a couple of years went by, we broke up. Not on bad terms, it was just we were young, especially her. She was, I think, 17, going on 18. And we wanted to go out and explore, and we could always get back and stuff like that. There's a whole bunch of stories, but I'm not going to get into those stories. They were really personal. I don't want to talk about it. So what had happened is, years later, I met my wife. She met somebody. She got married. I met Debbie, and I got married. I was in the Colombo family originally, and I had swung over to the Gambino family. I became a made member in the Gambino family, and I didn't see her for a long time, and her brother got in touch with me, her brother Danny, and he wanted to meet me. It was on 86th Street. It was a bar called the 1717. A lot of street guys hung out there, and I told him I would meet him there. And I met him, and hello, how are you? How's everything going? Great, great. What's up, Danny? My brother, Johnny Boy, got arrested. For what? He had a beef in the bar with a cop. They had a fight. He raised his hands to the cop, and now he's arrested for assault on an officer and a whole bunch of stuff. So I says, I could help you maybe get a lawyer. I got some good friends who are lawyers, and I could hook you up with a lawyer. But where was this fight? And he told me where the fight was. I don't remember what avenue, but it was right in our neighborhood. So I said, I'll give you the name of the lawyers, and let me see if I could do something. Back then, we had cops who were on a payroll. Maybe I could bribe somebody or do something. I didn't tell him that, but that's what I was thinking. Big Louis Valerio, we were always friends and always tight. We belonged to the same crew with Tato. He wasn't made at that time. And I asked him to investigate with me, find out what happened. So he says, I know the bar. He said, my cousin is a bartender there. Well, check it out. See if you hear anything. Louis came back and he told me that his cousin was the bartender the night the incident happened. He saw the fight. He saw the whole thing. Yeah, that's what he told me. Was he a witness? No, they want to call him as a witness, but I don't think he talked with them. Do me a favor. Send for him. Tell him I want to see him. So he came down and talked to me. So I said, you saw the whole thing, right? Yeah. Did you make any statements to the police? No, just that I was the bartender, and then they told me they want to call me to come in. Good. I think I know what you saw. And he looked at me and said, what? I think you saw that the cop was drunk and that he was abusing a lot of the people in the bar. The kid said something because he abused a woman. And then he slapped this kid in the face, Johnny Boy. And Johnny Boy defended himself. Isn't that what you saw? Louis looked at him. Louis said, I think that's what you told me. Isn't that what you saw? Yeah, that's exactly what I saw. Good. Good. Well, they're going to call you, the police. But so is a defense lawyer. He's going to call you too. So you tell the police, I was called by a defense lawyer and I think I'm a defense witness. Let me get my lawyer. And he left. I called Danny to come down again. This time when he came down with Louise, who I haven't seen for quite a long time. She came over, gave her a hug, kiss. It was good to see her. I did love her at one point, and I never really stopped loving her. We weren't together, but that doesn't mean I have to hate her or dislike her. We went separate ways. So I told Danny what happened. I trusted Louise with my life so I could talk in front of her. I think we did part of the talking was on the side. She caught the drift of what was going on, and I guess Danny took her on the side and must have told her what I didn't say. She came over. We kissed and hugged again. And we were always friends. We were always tight. And a lot of stories happened between us. We from the same neighborhood. You know, she got married, she had kids. I was married, I was having kids. Everything was cool. She got a divorce with her husband, and the husband was a little abusive. He was with some people, and I went and seen him. And I complained about it. So the guy told me, he said, Sammy, it's husband and wife. It's really none of your business. I said, I know. It's not really in those type of situations. I feel awkward sitting here and talking to you. But I'm super, super close to her, bro. I know he's around you people. The last thing I want to do is hurt him. The guy stood up. What do you mean hurt him? If I'm ever by her house as a friend, and he does something crazy or abusive, or I'm going to hurt him, bro. So maybe you could talk to him. You're trying to force me into talking to him, getting in between a marriage dispute. No, I'm not looking to force anything. I'm just trying to give you courtesy that he's doing the wrong thing. Let me ask you a question. Do you care about people who are not your wife, just a friend, and some fucking asshole is abusing her? So you don't do nothing. You don't say nothing. You don't do nothing. Because that's the husband. Let her get abused. I got it. I got it, Sammy. I'll talk to him. Good. Good. So there was little things like that. Time went by. I didn't see her for a while. Bumped into her a few times. And it was always good. It was always refreshing to see her. She was a beautiful, beautiful woman, girl. At that point, she's still a beautiful woman. I saw a picture of her not too long ago. She's still beautiful. And she's in her 70s. Another thing happens, and I get a call from her. She's crying. She wants to see me. I go down, I see her. What's the matter? My brother's in trouble, and my father wants to talk to you. I said, all right. So I know I didn't want to discuss whatever his problem is. I'll talk with her father, man to man. So I go over to the house and I see him. I said, Louis, how's it been? All that stuff. What happened? My son, Johnny Boy. And Johnny Boy fucked around with a little drugs, too. So he wasn't no saint. And that story with the cop, it was really his fault. A tough kid. He says he had a fight in a bar with Carmine Persico's son, Larry Persico. And what happened in the fight? My son stabbed him. Oh my God. Carmine Persico is this kid's father. He's a boss of a family. I'm a maid guy. I said, Louis, keep your son under wraps. Don't do nothing. Let him stay home. Don't go out. Don't do anything. I knew the kid too. Actually, my wife, Deborah, knew him too growing up. Good-looking kid. I grabbed him. Johnny Boy, stay here. Don't go out. Give me a chance to go talk. Don't do anything. Don't go around. Don't do anything. And I leave. I go out. I believe Carmine was in prison. I'm not sure. But I'm originally with the Colombo family. I know them. I'm reaching guys that I know. I want to talk to somebody. I want to talk with Carmine. I went to see Tato. And I put it on record with him what I was doing. And I was going to try and squash this to be something we could work out. I know Carmine very, very well. I know Carmine's going to want to kill him. Now, Larry Persico didn't die. My argument with him would be, I know he's your son, but he's always in trouble. He's abusive. He acts like a tough guy. He does stupid shit because of your name, your reputation. And occasionally he's going to bunk into some kids who are tough kids and they don't know that he's your son. So I'm going to ask you not to kill this kid. I know the whole family. You want me to tell him to get out of town for a while or do something? I'll do whatever you want. But I never had this opportunity to sit down with him. They were told by Carmine, put Sammy on a burn. Just tell him, I don't know where he is. We can't reach him. We'll get back to you. Now, they did that to me when I had a fight with Jerry Papa. This guy, Dutchy, who Jerry Papa was with, they refused to meet with him, so he couldn't straighten out the beef. And they told me, go kill him. So I know their gimmick. I know what they were doing with this kid. And I know this kid is marked. Nobody will talk to me. They talk to me, but they say, well, I didn't see him. I didn't get an answer back. We'll make an appointment. And I know they're hunting. They're going to kill him before I have a chance to try to straighten it out. They know I'm a made guy now, and it does carry weight. I'm on record with Tato. So I go back to their family, Louise and the father and the kid Johnny Boy. He's got a girlfriend. They're thinking about getting married. I tell Louie, it don't smell right. I can't get to first base. So listen to me. Get your son. Get this girl. Get them out of New York. You know somebody in another state, someplace, California, someplace, send them away. Send them away. And don't talk to nobody. Don't do nothing. Don't try to straighten this out. I think they're in a mode of not straightening it out, and I think they're hunting them. Louis told me, Sammy, they're kids, they had a fight. I know. I know. You know how the Persicos are. They're not taking this lightly. I can't get to first base. You know the streets, bro. I started off over here. I broke my cherry with them. I was in the war with the Gallows. They won't talk to me, bro. They don't want this to be ended. All right, Sammy, you're right. I'll take your word. Good. Get him out of here. I spoke with him. Get the fuck out of here. Stop. Don't take drugs. Don't do anything. Take this girl. She seemed like a nice girl. And go to California. She was terrified. She understood. Streets were bubbling. She understood what was going on. She was scared. Not for herself, for him. She obviously loved him. Louise, she just melted in my arms. I don't know how to thank you. We've been together years, Louise. There's nothing to thank. I'll take care of this. Give me time. Talk to your family. I will. I think it was 3 or 4 days went by. And Louise got in touch with me again. Asked to meet. I said, okay. I went to meet her as she was walking up the block and I was walking to her. She tripped and almost fell. What's the matter? I grabbed her, crying. What's the matter? They killed him. Your brother? Yeah, my brother. They killed him. They shot him in the head. I could only console her. At that point, there's nothing to do. There's nothing I could do. There's nothing anyone could do. Death is final. It's over. Can't change it. I went to the funeral. I went back to the Colombos. A couple of them I knew. I don't even want to mention their name. You had trouble, bro, getting in touch with them? The guy couldn't even look at me in the eyes. Sammy, you know how it is, bro. I do. I do. I'm close with this family. And I just went to the funeral. All we went through together. You put a wall up in between us, bro. It was super important to me. Picture your fucking kid getting in trouble. Picture me putting a fucking wall up in between us until he's dead. I would give you a shot to straighten it out. That fucking punk-ass bitch who bothers everybody. He didn't die. I was in a fucking after-hour club with 5 guys. He was with 1 guy. He was mouthing off to me and my people. I left the place. I left the place because I knew I would wind up hurting this mother's fucking cunt that he is. Now I got a kid. He's a dead kid. His father. These are good people. They're not even going to the cops. Tell fucking your boss that. They're not going to go to the cops. They're refusing to cooperate with the cops. They know a little bit. That's what we did. Because we had a wall, we couldn't talk. It'll never be the other way around because I'll never do that. And I left. So the stories with Louise just carry on to things like this, people like that involved. And I never talked about her. I didn't want to bring this up. I got a couple of messages a couple of times. How come you never talk about Louise? I don't talk about her because she's my ex-girlfriend. She's a friend. I love her. And I didn't want to put her name out. But somebody brought this particular story up to me. And in the story is, did you kill him? Did I kill him? No, I obviously didn't kill him. The guy who set him up was his own friend. I find this out later. His friend, Mikey Scars's brother, set him up. He got in a car with a made guy with Greg Scarpa, Sr. Joe Brewster. Made guy, tough guy. This kid brought him in the car with Joe Brewster. And Joe Brewster shot him, killed him. Later, they killed Mikey Scars's brother because he knew about the murder and they didn't trust him. They killed him too. That's the Columbos. That's typical. We were all told not to go to that funeral, Mikey Scars's brother. Made guys. Mikey Scars wasn't made. I was told, we're not going to that funeral. Okay? But I went. Mikey Scars told me, Sammy, there's nobody here. People are told not to come. You're not supposed to be here. I know. I'm in the loop. I know what I was told. But I'm here. So there's so many stories involved in some of these things. And I got one more thing. After she got a divorce, way after her brother passed away and everything, she got a job as a waitress in Tommaso's restaurant, right next to Jimmy Brown's club. She's trying to make a living. She was older. She was still beautiful. Drop dead gorgeous. Louis Melito gives me a call. Sammy, what? Now, he knew her as well because he was always close with me, and he knew her. He knew how I felt towards her. I understand that Jimmy Brown told Paul that she's either an undercover FBI agent working in Tommaso's where we all meet, or she's a confidential informant. She's trying to hurt the mob because her brother years ago got killed. Are you fucking crazy, bro? I know better, Sam. But I'm just telling you what's said. The next day, I go to Paul's house. I ring the bell. I was communicating with him all the time, so it was nothing strange. But I rang the bell. We went outside, me and Paul, to talk. And I told Paul, I know this girl since she's 17 years old. I got word that this is being said. I even talked with a few people, Paul, before I came here last night. Jimmy Brown tried to pick her up. She tried to make a date with her or whatever the fuck he was trying to do. She refused to go with him. And now maybe he's insulted or whatever the fuck he is, and he's making up stories. How do you know she's not a cooperating witness or a confidential informant? Her brother, I know the whole thing with the brother, Paul, please. Nobody in the family went to the cops. This is years later, Paul. You're that sure? I'll put my fucking life on it. If she's cooperating, kill me first. That's good enough for me. I'll drop it. It's done. And I'll shut it down, this bullshit room. Paul, I want to ask you for one more thing. What? Jimmy Brown is a gabardine. Pretty strong gabardine. I know him well. We've had many issues with him. Please give me permission. I don't want to go to title. I want your permission, your blessings. I want to go talk to him about this. You're real hot. A little bit. A little bit. Go ahead. Now I'm going to go see Jimmy Brown. I told him, hey, Jimmy, what's up, bro? How you feeling? Big smile, big grin. Come outside. I want to talk to you. We went outside. I told him, let me tell you something, you low-life cocksucker. This fucking girl, whatever got hurt, a hair on her fucking head, anything happens to her, I'll fucking kill you so fucking fast, I'll make your fucking head spin. I'll be the last fucking face you'll ever see. You wanted to fuck her, and she said no? Now you wanted to put a rap like that on her? Sammy, you realize what you're saying? Yes, I do. Go complain. Go to Paul's house and complain, you fucking bitch, because that's what you are, and that's what you'll do. I already spoke to Paul. I'm not worried about it. Go complain. Tell him exactly what the fuck I said, but more important, I'm telling you, you have my fucking word. Fuck with her. In any way, shape, or form. He never went to Paul. And he got the fucking message loud and clear. 2 days later, hey, Jim. I shook his hand, big smile. That's the life. That's the life. Keep it in your fucking head, bro. He knows that other part of the life, too. I don't think he ever fucked with her again. So that's Louise's story to an extent. I mean, I had a lot more things, but they're just personal things. They're not important. I don't think it would bore you. I mean, we were friends, always. I haven't seen her in years. I did so many fucking years in prison, so I haven't seen her in 20, 25 years since I got arrested with John Gotti in 1990, probably even a little bit before that. So I haven't seen her in a long time. And a friend of mine sent me a picture of her now. I think not now, a year ago or whatever it was. I think she was 72 or whatever. She's still drop dead gorgeous. She's probably still good looking. I don't know. She's 4 years younger than me. So she's probably 72 and she's still drop dead gorgeous. There's no communication between us. There's no reason for it. But I figured you guys would want to hear this story because it involved Jimmy Brown, Paul Castellano, Carmine Persico's son, all kinds of different things and different people. And it does have a Cosa Nostra background. I'm happy to be back a little bit. I'm working feverishly on my podcast. Just hired a few more people and building the team. taking advantage while I had some downtime to relax. Hired some good people staring at me right now. So soon the podcast will be out and everything will go on, and I'm doing a whole bunch of other things. So right now, to all you people out now, I know you missed this. Adios, motherfucker.